So I'm going to be talking a little bit about a natural progression that I've seen in a number of different organizations, small businesses, nonprofits, in terms of their progression in their data tools and analytics. And this is a normal and natural progression. And and it's normal and natural because all places have their start. Okay, on the operations and data tools side, most places are going to start with sticky notes and a whiteboard full of tasks, and they don't really, they may not even have much of a spreadsheet. They may have a very simple spreadsheet to organize their work, and this is a normal place to start. And it's just how you do when you're innovating quickly and defining what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. The next step in this progression, though, is a spreadsheet with formulas and decent formatting. Most places have somebody on their team that can do this sort of thing. And if you don't have somebody on your team, this is stuff that's easy to learn. Help your team learn about Excel formulas. Help them learn about Google Sheet formulas. They're going to be making better spreadsheets that are more usable if you can just use the power of a little bit of better formatting to help people use it, and using formulas so that some things are automated in terms of the calculations. If you've got that stage and you want to move forward, what you would do next is let's make a really powerful spreadsheet. And it turns out that both Excel and Google Sheets are powerful, and they can be turned into an entry level app with the right lockdown and features. So we're talking data validation to make sure that somebody doesn't accidentally enter a word where it's supposed to be a date. Or drop downs. There's only supposed to be 3 options in this field. We're going to restrict you to only those 3 so that you put in valid data every time. Conditional formatting so that it's beautiful and easy to look at and analyze. Embedded reports in that spreadsheet. That might even mean that you don't need an external dashboard tool because you've got a separate sheet in the spreadsheet that gives you your reports. Permissions lockdown is very important when you're trying to turn a spreadsheet into a baby app, because it means that you can keep people from breaking your baby app by, it's a shared spreadsheet. You don't need people ruining formulas. So let's lock it down. Let's make it really resilient. A linked dashboard in a Power BI or in any sort of business intelligence tool is great. And then also you can start doing these things like import ranges, are what the Google Sheets world does. Excel has a similar way to do it, where you're linking different sheets together, pulling data from one sheet into another sheet, and sort of building a little bit of an app ecosystem, all without a single SQL database, custom app, or anything. Now, the reason this is a natural progression is that you shouldn't be doing this powerful spreadsheet until you've figured out your playbook. To go straight from your sticky notes to a powerful spreadsheet doesn't make sense. Each stage along here is basically, we figured out our playbook a little bit more. Let's formalize it and make it a little bit more automatic and resilient. The next step, once you've had a powerful spreadsheet for a while, is let's go ahead and define a custom app. Now, you can go from a basic spreadsheet straight to an app sheet, Airtable, or Power Apps, and that's advisable in certain settings. But essentially, each one of these takes a little bit more time to develop, and so you should be a little bit more certain of your playbook of how we want to work before you invest in that next level. And the last thing on here is enterprise apps. And honestly, I'm telling you, you can do a lot with custom apps hosted in AppSheet, Airtable, Power Apps that are going to allow you to not even have to think about enterprise apps, not have to build a team of 10 people, spin up cloud servers that are costing you $20,000 a year. You can get what you need for a lot of small and medium businesses with just a really powerful custom apps, some powerful spreadsheets, and some linked power analytics tools. The only thing I'll say here is if you are in sales, you probably don't need all this custom stuff. There's this sales, online sales, all that. Go with the purpose-built third-party app. And this is also true at times for schools. All schools are going to use PowerSchool or something similar. If you're a medical clinic, you're going to use a built-in EMR that was built specifically for your industry. So in certain industries, there's a third-party app that just basically lets you go straight into that, and it's all baked in. But for a lot of industries, there isn't a sweet third-party app, and so you kind of got to develop your own system of doing things. Now, thinking a little bit more, that was the operations tools side of things, the tools that help you run day to day. But remember, Having the right tools is helping you capture data that you can then analyze. And so then there's this similar progression of we don't have data, so we can't be data driven. Okay, we got some data and we got some basic, maybe spreadsheet reports, a spreadsheet based dashboard. It only updates once a month when we manually paste some things in, but it's better than nothing. Okay. And then the next stage is a live comprehensive dashboard in a business intelligence tool. We love Looker Studio, Power BI, and Tableau. Looker Studio is your go-to if you're already in the Google ecosystem. Start there. If you're a Microsoft shop and you say, we've got Microsoft 365, we're using uh, Office 365, probably want to consider starting with Power BI in that case. And Tableau is also powerful, but a little bit more expensive than either of those. I'll say Looker Studio is totally free for most of its functions. So that's really the cheapest of these three. After you get a great live comprehensive dashboard where every morning, you can just check to make sure your existing operations are working the way you expect, then you might want to consider getting specialist deep dives. This might be a data team internally, or it might be that you ask us to help you with these specialist deep dives. Let's look at your pain points, your problem areas, or your opportunity areas, and let's find the root cause of the problem, or let's find the most important thing you can work on in this opportunity area by doing a deep dive. And we love doing this. We're doing this for a few different clients who, they have dashboards that we've built them, but they need a monthly or quarterly sort of deep dive into the things that they care about. And we'll do that and sit down and meet with them and explain what we've learned. The last thing here is data science. We love data science. We are in a super interesting era in terms of what's possible. Machine learning, AI, automation, predictive analytics. This is sort of separate from analytics, and sadly, a lot of people are waiting until their analytics stack is fully built and then they try data science. It's okay to jump straight into it and skip past a dashboard if you have a dream there. We'll help you accomplish it. Now, here's the interesting thing. Most of the time, these are siloed. There's analytics people, and they say, you give me data, I'll help you understand it, or I'll make a sweet dashboard. And then there's the IT and the custom app development people that are doing the information tools. And they'll say, yeah, we'll make you a great app to help you run efficiently. And yeah, it'll be storing data in a database. Dashboards might be an afterthought. We'll give it a go, but it's not our main thing. We are trying to de-silo that. And so that's what United InfoLytics is. We're going to be both moving you forward in your information tools. And then once we've moved you forward in your information tools, we're going to help you turn it into great analytics. So you might still be at the sticky notes or a basic spreadsheet. We're going to move you forward to a powerful spreadsheet, because it turns out that you can't have a live dashboard until you've got a solid, powerful spreadsheet that's not going to break because somebody entered the wrong thing in the wrong cell. And I'll just say again, if you get to this powerful spreadsheet stage, sometimes that's a fine place to stay. You don't need a custom app or an enterprise app if that's getting it done for you. And then we'll help you tackle any one of these live dashboards, deep dives into your pain points and opportunity areas, or applied data science. The virtuous cycle that happens here is that you tell us what your systems and strategies are, and you show us what you're currently using, an entry-level spreadsheet or something like that. We're going to make a better sheet or a custom app, and it's going to help you run more efficiently. It's also going to be capturing tons of data. We'll feed that data into dashboards and analytics, and we're going to give you insights and decisions. Well, we're going to give you insights that help you make the right decisions for your organization. Once you're making better decisions, you're going to come up with new systems and strategies. And it's almost certain that as you look at the data, you get the insights, you're going to think, well, we could be doing our systems and strategies differently. And that'll almost certainly involve a slight tweak to the sheets and apps that either you've designed and are maintaining, or that we've designed and are helping you maintain. This is a virtuous cycle, whether we're helping you with it or whether you're doing it internally. If you are along this cycle, you're going to be making forward progress in your effectiveness, your customer satisfaction, your systems, your strategies, and your impact on the world, okay? And we will help take these on and make them happen really, really well so that you can use your team, your experience in your industry to make great decisions, develop new strategies, and pick the best systems for your team. We also have another video on the nonprofit progression. I'm not going to cover it right here, but I'm just going to say, if you're watching this and you are actually in the nonprofit world, there's a similar progression that we'd like to talk to you about. United InfoLytics is about providing professional solutions, analytics, and data science without the cost, complexity, or commitment of building an internal team to meet your needs. You don't necessarily need to hire a custom app developer and an analyst at 2 full-time positions when it could be that 0.4 or 0.5 or 0.6 FTEs of fractional solutions are going to move you in the right direction. So we would happily work with you on that. But even if you don't think you need our help, go ahead and work with your team. Look at where are you on the information tool progression? Where are you at in the analytics progression? And try to tackle a step forward on one side or the other here, knowing that they feed back into each other. If you make progress in your analytics, it'll give you dreams for a better app. If you make progress in your spreadsheets, it'll enable you to do better dashboards. Thanks for listening. If you have questions, reach out, and we'd love to be a thought partner as you tackle this, or we'd love to help you make it happen if you want our experience and assistance.